Excuse me. You ever dance with the devil on a pale moonlight? How's it going, guys? And welcome back. I have another collection video for you guys today, and this one is for Batman. More specifically, for the Batman from the Tim Burton universe, or how it's sometimes referred to as Batman '89. So I have gone on record multiple times saying that Batman from 1989 is my all-time favorite movie. And not only that, it's my all-time favorite version of Batman. And not only that, Batman Returns is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. Yes, it is a Christmas movie. I will die on that hill defending that. But that's a video for another time. Now, while the thumbnail says this is a collection for Batman '89, it's actually a collection for the whole Burtonverse Batman as a whole. So there will be stuff from Batman Returns and other media within this universe, which I'll get to that. So with that said, you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with one of the more bigger items on this list. I actually recently bought this from a coworker at my job, and it is the Batcave from Batman '89. If you look pretty closely there, you can see Jack Nicholson as the Joker along with his henchmen there. So I'm actually hoping to refurbish this. I'm hoping to get a new stand for back there by my TV and make it like a shrine to Batman 1989 and put some of my other collectibles over there. So that's the plan. We'll see how far that goes. So next on this item, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Matthew over at the Geeks Attic. He knows how much I love this movie, and he actually gave me these trading cards right here. I'm going to get them right there a little better until I get them closer to the camera. There we go. Yeah, I have both of these trading card packs. I don't believe they've ever been opened. I've never opened them. But we got one with Jack Nicholson as a Joker and Michael Keaton Batman. So yeah, Matthew, thank you. So for this next one, I'm going to give a big shout out and thank you to my wife. She actually bought me this as a gift. She heard me nerd out over this movie many, many times, and she bought me this shirt off Amazon. It's got the iconic Batman cowl that Michael Keaton wore, the letters and everything too for Batman. So love this shirt. There's also one that has the logo from the posters that I want to get to, so that's next on my list. So for this next one, it's not officially from the Batman '89 universe, but it looks pretty close, so I'm counting it. But this is actually a popcorn bucket that I got at the movie theater. It looks pretty close to the bat signal that's at the end of the movie. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here. Boom. Yeah, I have actually not eaten popcorn out of this. I don't know if I ever will. This is going, like I said, on my shelves to be displayed forever. And of course, it wouldn't be a collection without some figures. So I got this Batman Michael Keaton Funko Pop. I'm going to get a little close to the camera here. It's him holding his Batarang. Sorry, try not to get the light in there. There we go. It's him holding his Batarang. Here, I'll put it to the side there as well. So I got this. I have never opened it. I am never intending on opening it. This will be in the box forever. I'm not intending on selling it, but I do like some of these figures in the box. So there is my Funko Pop of Michael Keaton's Batman. There are quite a bit of other Funko Pops that I want to collect. There's one where it shows him expanding his cape. There's one where he's a Funko Pop of him and the Joker fighting on top of the cathedral that I want to get. And there's also one of him sitting in the Batmobile that I'm hoping to collect at some point. So that's the goal. We'll see if my bank account will allow that at some point. And of course, this wouldn't be a collection of the Batman '89 universe without the movies. I do have this DVD case that has both Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. Now, they do actually have an alternate universe where Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are no longer canon to the first two films, and I'll get to those in just a moment. But yeah, so I had these on Blu-ray. I watch them quite frequently, probably once a year. So especially, around Christmas time for Batman Returns. Going a little bit more retro now, I have, of course, the original VHS tape to Batman from 1989. I had this movie on repeat a lot as a kid, and So much so that I could probably recite both of the commercials, like one with Alfred and the Diet Coke, and then that commercial at the beginning with Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny. So I don't actually have a VHS player now, but it's still good to have on the shelves. Going back once again to Batman Returns, I have the Super Nintendo game of Batman Returns. This was one of my favorites growing up, and you know, full confession here, I actually never was able to beat it as a kid. I wasn't as good as video games back then. And it wasn't until I was actually an adult when I bought this and replayed it that I was finally able to beat it. So yeah, this was always one of my favorite Batman games growing up. I'm gonna get a little closer. There we go. You can see Batman standing there like right next to his Batmobile for the cover. So yeah, Batman Returns. Always loved this video game. Now let's move into some books and comics. You guys know I love movie novelizations. Me, Matthew, and our good buddy Jeremy over at Stupid Chainsaw Productions have a podcast called Paper Movies, a novelization book club where we review and discuss movie novelizations. And we have actually reviewed and discussed both of these novelizations for Batman from 1989 and Batman Returns. I actually really loved this novelization. There's some scenes that were not featured in the movie, some alternate scenes. Like there was like this big chase scene where after the Joker leaves Vicky Vale's apartment, he actually chases the Joker through the streets of Gotham. That was a really cool scene. I wish it was in the movie, but the movie's still great even without that scene. But yeah, I still like Batman Returns, not as much as Batman 1989, but this is still a good one. So I'm going to drop a link down in the description below if you'd like to go check out those discussions for these novelizations. When it comes to comic books, there was one comic book that I had at one point. I completely lost it, but I actually just bought it again off of eBay, so that's probably the only item on this collection that's pending, but that's the graphic novel adaptation of the movie for Batman 1989. I did read it a few years ago, but again, I lost it, have no idea where it is, but I'm glad that I was able to find it for a good price because it's actually starting to go up a little bit in price, so glad I found it. It should be here within a few days, but I do have the graphic novel adaptation of the movie Batman Returns. I did actually read this one as well. I really like the artwork in these comics. They capture the feel of Burton's Batman like very well. Like the characters like look like the actors from the films, and these like show like different dialogue or maybe show like scenes that were not in the original films. The only two that I don't have is for the Schumacher movies for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Hoping to find those at some point, collect them. But for now, glad to just have this and Batman 1989 on the way. All right, I got more comics for you, but these were actually released more recently. This is Batman 89. This actually takes place after Batman Returns. It has Billy D. Williams coming back as Two-Face. We have Barbara Gordon there. It also introduces this version of Robin in the Tim Burton universe. His name is Drake Winston. Really good comic. I really enjoyed it. I really like this artwork on the back too. And I just bought the sequel to that comic, Batman 89 Echoes. This one features this universe version of Harley Quinn and the Scarecrow, who is my favorite Batman villain of all time. And we also have, Batgirl making her appearance. And we have Drake Winston, who is Robin, coming back as Nightwing. I just finished this one recently. I didn't enjoy it as much as Batman 89, but I still thought it was pretty good. But still, I'm glad that they're, expanding this universe, and I can't wait to see what more they have coming up down the line. All right, I got a couple more books for you, and these were released by New York Times bestselling author John Jackson Miller. He has written for a number of fandoms, most notably Star Wars. He wrote the book Kenobi, which was really good, but this one is for Batman Resurrection. This actually takes place just a few months after Batman, the first film from 1989, and this book is amazing, guys. Like, if you guys want a good recommendation for a Batman book or just a book in general, read this one. Especially if you love the Batman 89 universe, you're gonna love this book. And on that note, I even had the pleasure of getting to meet John Jackson Miller at a Comic-Con a couple of years ago, and he was very nice enough to give me this promo poster that he had for the book, and he even signed it. So John Jackson Miller, if you ever watch this, thank you so very much for this, and thank you for writing a fantastic novel. So coming up next is a book that I'm currently reading right now. It's the sequel to Batman Resurrection, and again, it takes place after the first novel, and it is set between Batman 1989 and Batman Returns. It is Batman Revolution. This book introduces this universe's version of the Riddler. I'm not going to spoil a lot because I'm still currently reading this myself, but so far it's really good. Really enjoying this, pretty unique take on the Riddler. I'm hooked. I can't wait to finish it. We've been featuring a lot of Batman, but you're probably wondering, where's the Batmobile? Well, I got you covered. I have this Hot Wheels version of the 1989 Batmobile, my favorite Batmobile of all time. Sure, the Tumbler is cool, Batflex Batmobile is pretty cool, and Robert Pattinson's Batmobile cool. None of them got anything on this one. This is the OG. Love this Batmobile. I even got a picture with my wife at the one in Six Flags over Texas, so always my favorite Batmobile. But speaking of the Batmobile, we're moving to one of my favorite items on this list. I have the Batman 1989 Lego Batmobile. Now, I actually, this is the second one that I have of this because I actually bought it a couple of years ago and I filmed me building it and reviewing it on this channel a few years back. Funny story, kind of sad story, but that Batmobile actually got destroyed because our house got infested, a minor infestation of bed bugs. We had to get the house treated and they had to heat our house to like close to like over 100 degrees. That caused the bricks on this set to become brittle, and I picked it up to put it back on the shelf and it just completely shattered, and I was devastated because I spent weeks building that, and it was a very, very difficult Lego set to build. But my wife, being completely amazing, one day she just went out to run some errands and she came back with this. Oh man, that was a rough day, but big shout out to my wife. Thank you so much for buying this. Got another Lego set for you. We have the Batwing from 1989. I still need to put this one together, but what I like about this is you can either display it on a shelf or you can hang it on a wall, which I'm actually planning to hang it on a wall. I think that'd be really, really cool. I'll have to find some space over there. But this one was a Christmas gift from my parents a few years back. I'm gonna hold it right here, try to get that light from that reflecting into it, but I'm so excited. And like I said, and even here you can see some pictures of how you can display it and everything. So, like I said, I'm planning to mount this thing on the wall. I think that'll look really, really cool. But that's going to lead us to the last item on this list. It is one of my favorite items on this list. It is another item that I have featured and reviewed on this channel. It is my Diamond Select statue of Michael Keaton's Batman. I love this thing. Now, the only thing I'm not a big fan of is the paint on the face looks kind of weird. You probably can't notice that much in this light, but yeah, I've heard a lot of people who reviewed this comment on how the paint on this statue on the face looks a little bit weird, but in this light it looks okay. But I love this thing. It's been on my shelves displayed ever since I bought it. I still have the box for it. It's never going back in that box. It's going to be proudly displayed out in the open. But that's going to do it for this collection video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. Let me know down in the comments below if you have anything that you've collected from the Batman 1989 universe or the Burtonverse. I'd be very interested to know what you got. I'm hoping to have more stuff collected along the way, and so maybe at some point, if I get some new stuff, I'll have a follow-up to this video. But again, guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button, and please consider subscribing if you're enjoying my content and you'd like to stay updated for when I post new videos. But guys, that's going to do it for today. Have a great one.